Okay, let's give Bottle a call. Hello.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, mate. How you doing?
Hey, good, good.
So, Bottle, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
As I can
Uh,
hear, and as you mentioned, you're an Australian Among Us player.
yeah,
Very cool. There's quite a few Aussies on the server. There's
yeah. There's Raka. There's
Tom,
Miklo. I forgot his name, but
Tom
I've only
Murphy
seen a
TV.
few. But yeah.
Yep. Tom, Raka. There was Saber. I don't think she plays much anymore. There's Jasper. Jasper something. Another strong
Oh,
Australian player.
Jasper's Australian as well.
Yep. Yeah, there's quite a
Oh, sweet.
few Australians hanging out. So yeah, tell me, like, firstly, what time do you play? Because you and I don't play much together, as you mentioned.
Well, thing is, I really only play like probably around 11, 12 mine time. So around nowish sometimes, and
Okay.
some nights
Yeah.
I
Oh, by the
got to
way,
stay up to like 4 or 5.
we have someone on Twitch chat saying, "Oh my god, I love Bottle. Biggest fan right now, for real, for real." And that's Raz
Oh,
nine
that's
three
just
four two eight.
That's
Yeah,
the worst person to
the
ever
worst
say.
person.
Because yeah.
Your biggest fan just got shat on. Good times, good times. So yeah, actually, I should look up on the scoreboard who you tend to play with. Um, there's
Yeah,
this.
Jip and Raz,
Uh huh.
two people that I unfortunately usually play with.
Got it.
And
Got it.
then other than that, I'm pretty sure it's just random people that I happen to be with.
So down here we can see your most common teammates. You've played
And
23
Crunch.
matches with Icy. I've been playing quite a few games with Icy as well. He and I have gotten super close to imp wins. He's actually in ranked hangout right now. Sean,
Yeah,
Crunch, Show, Decode, Sheep, Chippy, Ilya. Yeah, so like there's quite a few names. Oh yeah, and then Suave. He's like Raka's friend.
Suave.
Raka's friend. You've played
I
8 games
I
with.
don't even remember Suave,
No,
actually.
Twabe. TW. Like, it looks like Twave. He's another
Oh,
Australian.
Twave. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
Twave.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, another Australian guy.
Yeah.
Cool. Actually, there's quite a few of your friends in Ranked Hangout. In case you want to drop by and say hi, we can do that.
Hi,
Oh,
friends.
they're streaming the interview. Icy is
Hi,
watching.
friends.
Hello. Yeah, Icy says, "See, I
Hi,
love
Icy.
Bottle. I'm his number one player slash fan." Watch party, very
Yeah,
cool. Love it, love it. So yeah,
yeah. I
Bottle,
I
tell
don't
me.
really know how this works. Do I
Yeah,
just
pretty
say
much.
like Among Us shit?
Yeah, we can talk a bit about like. Firstly, how did you actually get into Among Us? Like, how did you find Purple? Um,
Um,
what got you into the
it's
game?
a bit of a chain reaction story, but what happened was I got the game, I think June 2020.
Uh huh.
So was it 2020 or is it 2021? Am I trolling? I don't know now. It's gone by so fast.
It
I don't
does
know when
fly.
the big Among Us
Yeah,
craze
it
went out.
was like
It was
pandemic
2020.
days. 2020 is definitely like sort of as things were
Yeah,
picking up. Yeah.
yeah. So I got it just with my online friends. They'd play games like Valorant and that, but
Mhm.
yeah, we all played Among Us together because it's just cheap on PC.
Cool.
And other than that, I didn't play a lot. And then I joined my friend William. He joined the LFG, like the old
Yeah, I remember
Among Us
LFG.
LFG
I
server.
saw that in our mutual servers. Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, I went from there and I met some friends, and then I joined their server, and then they played in another server, and I joined that server, and it kind of like trickled down. Then Polaris, SKs,
Nice. Some
um,
classics.
eventually led to here, to the
Yeah, like when
amazing Purple Among Us.
the merger of all the ranked scenes. So it sounds like you came in through ranked, like SKs and
Sort of, yeah.
Polaris. Yeah.
Yeah, but mostly like online friends. But
Mhm.
I reckon they came in through ranked, I guess. So I guess that means
Sure.
I came in. Yeah.
Yeah, so how would you classify yourself in terms of the sweatiness to chill spectrum?
I feel like I used to be, funny enough, I used to be a lot more sweaty
Uh-huh.
than I am now.
Yep.
Um, so right now I'm a bit more chill with it.
Yep.
I feel like I play Imp a lot sweatier than Crew,
Yep. Yep.
but I say I'm pretty chill.
Yep. I identify with that as well. Definitely, I pay a
Yeah,
lot more attention when it's imp, because I feel like that's the whole point of the game. And then crew
yeah,
is kind of like task simulator slash waiting for the imp game. It's like living for the weekend, you know?
yeah. That is true. It's like Rush. It's like it's a haystack, and in the haystack is like a jar of cocaine, and
Yep,
you're like, Crew Games is the haystack. That's the
exactly.
worst analogy I could ever come up with,
But
but yeah,
I get what you're getting at, right? There's a whole bunch
yeah,
of monotony and mundane shit, and that's like all the weekdays. That's playing crew games. And then in amongst that, there's moments of unbelievable panic and terror, and that's like when the game's on and you're imp and you gotta clutch a
yeah.
win. And
Then again, Crew Games is still pretty fun.
hey,
Um,
Icy says I played 100% of Bottle's games. That makes sense because he's your most common teammate.
hey, I see.
Do
You're
you
a
think
real one, man. You've been there since the start.
since the two of you have played so much together, can you meta each other now?
I can meta Icy. I don't think he can meta me. I
The
don't think he's good at
challenge is
reading me
on.
yet.
The
But
gauntlet has been thrown. Love it. So when you two have you gotten imp together?
no, we haven't got him together yet.
See,
I
this
don't
is the thing,
think.
right? Like you play with someone a bunch and you never get to be imp together. It's such a curse.
No.
Yeah,
But this is the
it's
first season I've probably played with Icy so much. I think he just happened to be in my lobbies because I never really talked to him before that.
well
But now we're like
now that
best
you're sort
friends.
of
Hey, Icy.
now that you're due to become imp together, do you reckon you want to plan your imp game? Like,
Plan imp game.
yeah, like is one of you going to be
I've never
first imp?
fully done that. I've done that with Raz a bit in like
Yeah.
uncompetitive,
Yep, yep.
but I've never really done that in ranked.
Do you want to get Raz and Icy on the call?
Sure, man. We'll add these two on the call.
Let's do it.
Um,
I might
that
need
Jip person
you.
in the call is a nobody. Don't add them because no one knows them.
I might need you to add them to the call.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So if you can uh, sort of just
Sure
add them,
thing.
because you're probably already friends with them. Cool.
Even sure if I'm. Yeah, there we go. There
So
it is.
Nice.
hello, welcome, welcome.
This is Raz. He's a
Thank you
40-year-old
for inviting
Among
me,
Us.
but I appreciate it.
Hey,
No problem, man.
absolutely.
Welcome to the stream. How's it going, Raz?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing all right. Like, not gonna lie, I'm not doing that well.
Oh, that bad. That didn't take long to get real.
What happened, Raz? What happened?
I wanna talk about it. Let's just talk about Among Us. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure, sure. I mean, Among Us
hmm
is all about how we're doing. So
I love
just
Among Us. It's my favorite game of all
cool.
time.
That's good, man. Is it you feeling bad because you got shat on by your friend here, Bottle?
Whoa! You did that to me, Bottle?
Oh.
What? I
Wow.
don't know. Dude, I think he changed it in the Twitch mods, man. I don't know.
Wow.
What do
I don't know what happened.
Wow.
you...
How could you, Bottle? I thought we're besties. You're just flaming me behind my back? Just like that, huh?
But I met Raz in this other server called Infinity, which a
Uh-huh.
lot of the LFG people went to. I think there was like a lot of dramas between LFG, between the mods and some people, and there was a bit of a revolt, and they all went to Infinity.
Infinity. I've never
And
heard of that one.
yeah, it wasn't really an Among Us server. Like, they played Among Us there sometimes, but it had a lot of the names like Drooler and Raz.
Yep.
That's all I
hmm
remember.
It was an old server owned by Drooler and this other player, which doesn't really play anymore.
And
Drooler
from
was
there, we
like
went to
the owner
SK's
of it. That's the thing.
and Polaris.
Yep. SKs and Polaris. Two
So,
best servers.
how do you guys like think about SKs? Like, what were your fondest memories from that time?
I actually played in Polaris a lot more than SK's. I probably only played like 4 SK's games actually.
Uh-huh.
I was never really on when people were on that much because there wasn't too many people when I was like in the server really.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, fondest memory was voting out Monster that one time, I think. I don't
Oh
fully
yeah,
remember that.
I would have to say
definitely.
my fondest memory was Drooler hard clearing people off the office tasks, and
Nah,
Drooler.
Drooler hard clearing of meta, and people thought he was cheating. That was the
Yeah.
He
fondest
was
memory.
cheating. What do you mean, Raz?
I mean,
Well,
probably was.
No, he wasn't. I can tell you for
Statistically
a fact he wasn't.
speaking.
I think it was because I joined near, I guess, the end of SKs where they wanted people to have a camera at their screen and everything and do all that jazz to prevent cheating.
Mm.
So I couldn't really be bothered with that.
There's a
Rick Nick,
request
I
from
see.
Baby Jip to go through Bottle's stats.
I was gonna
Yeah,
mention
just
that,
ignore it.
yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I think
Okay.
that's just some random
That's a
person.
great idea. I mean, if we really want to get into Bottle, we should like just go look through his stats.
Do you
That
Well,
should-
anyway,
that's like
so-
one of the first things.
How was everyone's
I
day
do.
today?
Bottle, you seem to be avoiding that quite a bit. You wanna tell us why?
Well,
Is there something you're hiding
You know,
in your
I need
stats?
the interviewer. Like, who is this guy? Like,
I can be whatever I want.
I thought Raz was
What?
your good friend.
We're besties.
yeah.
So Raz, like, you didn't like it much when we were questioning you on how you're doing, and now you really want to drill into how Bottle's doing.
No. See, game stuff is different.
I see.
We don't talk about how I'm doing. That's
We don't talk
off
about Bruno.
topic, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Bottle, like, what would you like to get into? You're the customer here.
What am I allowed to talk about?
Oh, well, I mean, as long as it's like somewhat family friendly, like the
Yeah,
stage is yours,
I
buddy.
wasn't like referencing that. Like, I was just wondering if it was like Among Us only.
What
or...
are your kinks?
Yeah.
Hold
The
on,
grade.
Bodo, quick question.
Yeah.
Is this someone called like Baby Chip? Do you know them? I think they want to join.
They're saying you're mega troll.
He says,
Are you talking about
invite
in
me
Twitch,
right
Joe?
now. I need to say some things about them. Baby Jip, if you just like send some messages on Twitch chat, I'll bring them up as long as it's like somewhat related and family friendly.
Bodo,
Alright,
aren't
well,
you like
we'll
aren't you
we'll
close
add
with Baby
this
Chip?
person in with for a limited time. How about that?
Oh, if you
Just
want,
as
Okay.
that's up
because
to you.
no
Like
offense,
someone who's
they get a bit.
yeah,
they
if
get a bit
if it's too
weird.
toxic or weird, then you know we'll sort of like time limit it.
Mhm.
But
But
feel
we'll
free
see
to
how
add
we
whoever
go.
you want. It's kind of
That's
your
the
your
wrong
time here, buddy.
account. That's the
Oh,
wrong account,
fuck's
Bodo.
sake.
Baby Jip was added to the call.
I apologize. You see, they kind of
I
they
don't
kind
even
of
know.
they kind of got their account hacked once.
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah.
This okay, there we go. That's the correct.
Hello.
Hey,
That's the right
Baby
gun.
Chip, how are you
Who
doing?
is this? Why have you been saying stuff, baby chip? Hashtag. I can't see it.
Can I just say, out of everyone here, I'm pretty sure I've known Bottle the longest, and he was actually decent, and then he just like,
What do you mean, like decent
So
at the
what
game?
happened?
he
Decent
was
as a
actually good at the
person?
game. He was actually good at the game, and then he just like,
Mm.
you know,
I
stopped.
mean, many people fell off from their pub days, you know. Kind of like Drooler.
So Baby Jip, what do you think
Kinda like
has,
Drooler.
what has changed about the way Bottles played?
He just trolls.
I don't troll. Alright, so
I-
what?
I don't
I
think
hate to
Bottle
break it to
trolls.
you.
I think that's a
I
misconception.
think if you ask literally anyone else, like all the
Okay,
people that are
Raz.
most played with, ask what show, ask
From
I don't remember the names.
So
Okay,
Baby
but
Jip, do you
people
have
are
a
right.
do you have a specific example in mind? Like what led you to that conclusion?
Well, you can't ask us one specific example because you could just do the worst thing I did out of
I mean,
context,
see,
out of my
see.
years of playing.
I
But
could
yeah.
literally give you the example of a couple games for the past couple days that Chippy
Alright.
was in. Every single game, regardless of who the imposter was, he'd just find a way to hard accuse Chippy. I mean,
I
it's like
see.
little things. I know he's like having fun with the
I
game.
didn't
or
do
whatever.
that.
No.
I
I
did it. I
believe-
did it. I did it.
Listen,
did it
listen.
once.
You did not do it once.
Bottle
No.
trolling is a common misconception.
I
He
see.
Uh,
just has
Misconception.
meta strategies which
Mhm.
most people don't understand.
What
He
Yeah.
figures the imposters out
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
unique ways.
I see.
what
Like
happened was basically I sussed him once when he was crew, which was entirely his fault for his movement and the way he was speaking.
I see.
So he was basically
Mm.
asking for it. You could see by the way, you know, yeah. And
Basically asking.
later on when we knew who the imposter was, as a joke, I sussed him again, even though we knew it was this other guy.
I see.
And Jip, she doesn't understand irony.
So
She's not
Yeah.
complex. and-
that brings me to his statistics. If you look at his voting accuracy, um, you should just pull that up.
Okay, so
You know
one,
what?
Take a
one
look at
time
it.
you admit that you trolled a bit. Bottle is what you're saying.
One time?
I say I've never trolled and I've never trolled to like lose a game at all. I've
Right.
never done that to
Right.
like throw a game on
Oh
purpose.
gosh. I
I
got
Um,
I make
yeah,
a,
we can
I make
see
a
that.
joke.
Yeah.
I make
can
a
see
joke
that
and it
just
has
based off
no
his win
effect
rate.
on the events of the game whatsoever. 94% crew win rate. I think I lost one because Jip was crew with me, unfortunately.
yes,
But,
of course. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I see. I see. So
Mhm.
there's a little bit of tension, a little bit of disagreement about like how seriously you take the game at times, but
Yeah.
it's a rare and isolated type of deal.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
very isolated type of thing, I'd say.
It
Okay,
is,
I'd
it
say
is.
it's more he does it all the time, but it isn't
What?
detrimental.
This guy,
You know?
man, I knew it. I
It's
knew
not
Jip
like
would.
crazy detrimental. It's like
See,
fine.
Okay,
see,
well, I mean,
Jip's
we can agree to
fine,
disagree.
guys.
I mean, like, Jip has
Yeah,
her
we
view,
can-
and
we-
you have your
We
view.
can do
Bottle,
that.
and It's
Yeah,
fine.
she
It's-
has a wrong
Yeah,
point
yeah,
of view,
yeah.
and it's
For
just
sure, for
fine.
sure.
Like
Exactly,
people
exactly.
have that all the time.
It doesn't matter too much about like what the actual truth is, more of like
Yeah.
how you guys feel about each other. And I think that you have
No,
a
no,
lot
we're
in
good,
common
we're
in
good.
terms of like you have a history together, you enjoy playing together, even if there's like disagreement about like the quality of the games.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
Jip,
for sure.
a question for you. What's something that you
Mhm.
appreciate about Bottle?
Wow.
Just give me a
Wow.
second. Just give me a second.
I guess that was a hard question for her.
No, I can appreciate Bottle. I've been friends with him
How?
for a while. He's a funny
How?
guy, you know? Like I've seen him develop as a person. He learned how to
What?
cook. Like
Mhm. Didn't
No,
burn
like-
his.
yeah, he
fucking
didn't burn his oatmeal. Like
noodles.
he
Oh
learned.
yeah,
And
I forgot.
he's
so
a
I
good
mean, like,
person.
he
He's
brings some
just-
entertainment, and you appreciate him as a person.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
That's awesome.
100%.
Okay, so Bottle, tell me something you appreciate about Baby Jip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Hey, Bottle.
more of a narrative perspective question involvement
what?
thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Bottle, there must be
think-
something that you appreciate about Jip, right?
I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking.
Yeah, think hard.
I mean, me and Bottle agree on one thing at least.
What?
I
Except
think
What is it you agree on?
Well, let's let Bottle answer.
she is all right.
Yeah, but what I'm looking for is not the overall impression, but more like what's one particular thing that you appreciate about her.
Like, give me an example of
For
a
example,
thing
maybe
that-
you appreciate her honesty.
I appreciate her honesty.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
Solid.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's solid.
And I see. It sounded like you had something you wanted to say.
Yeah.
About Jip,
Yeah.
she
Oh, I see.
whenever I play with her, she will lead the meeting, lead the vote. She will try to gather information. She'll be like, "This person's clear, that person's clear." I mean, that's most of the games I play with her. So
That's great.
that's
I
a
mean,
good
like
quality.
giving good
Could also be bad, though.
information, trying to give clears, trying to make sure the crew is arranged. That's awesome.
It could also be bad though if like two people are trying to do it. And
Yeah, right. You have to sometimes
Yeah.
know when to not speak, and that can be sort of a
Yeah.
challenge for some people.
For sure.
But like the best type of crewmates, in my opinion, are the ones who they know when not to speak and they give good solid clears. Like they don't miss clear and they just like they don't clog. Is what I'm saying.
True.
So,
So
Raz,
nice. So nice.
Raz, how well do you
Mhm.
know Bottle, and how well do you know
I
Baby Jip?
mean, I mean, I've known Buttle for quite a while, but he does have
We-
this like mysterious persona around him.
Yeah,
He hides many things. He
What?
lies about many things.
I see.
What?
Like he claims to be like 6'1". We all know he
I see.
isn't.
No.
Do you
He
find
says he's ginger.
do you find that
I
air
mean,
of
that's
mystery
believable.
intriguing, or sort of like what's your overall assessment of that?
It is intriguing, yeah. I'd say it's more.
We
It's
kind of met through Jip,
more.
really, didn't we? I don't fully remember, actually.
Mm,
Was he ever in a circle, Jip? That was another server
No,
of
no, he
people who
wasn't.
played Among Us in LFG. They made
He
their
wasn't, he
own
wasn't.
server. Called
And we'd like play in lobbies.
it was
there,
called
like,
Waiting for Airship. It was waiting for the airship map
Ah,
before we knew it was gonna be bad.
mhm. It is.
And I think was Raz ever invited
No, no,
in
no.
that or
He wasn't.
No.
I see.
Mm-mm.
Raz is more of an OG outsider.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had taste. That's
Ah,
it.
yes.
yeah, taste. Yeah,
That's
that
probably
server had
true.
a lot of unnecessary dramas, which was pretty
That's
funny and
definitely-
entertaining.
Mhm.
No,
Got it.
Correct.
no, it's not.
Drama is always entertaining.
Yeah, I mean
Not when
that's
it's
that's
bad.
when you get to eat your popcorn, right? Like,
Exactly.
Hmm.
good times, good times. So, for a question for the group, what's something that you hope to see change about Purple?
Change about purple.
Uh,
I think
I-
oh yeah, you go. Aussie.
Cancels.
I think I would like more clarification of the rules and like specific scenarios as like let's say a game happens and a bug happens, right?
Yep.
And then it gets ruled out as a cancel, and then another game happens, the exact same thing happens, and then the mod decides for it to play on. Like I feel like there's too much
Too much
how would I word
discretion,
it?
too much leeway, too much
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
inconsistency.
I feel like they need to be more consistent with their decisions and have a more clarified way of saying like this is when it should be a cancel. This is when you should play on,
Okay.
or even like something like just play the game on and then after you can decide. Don't be mid game be like, oh, it's a cancel, it's a cancel.
Yeah,
Like, I
there's
feel like
like
every game should be
there's two
played out.
schools of thought there, right? Because if you cancel right away and you made the right decision, then you know you can move on to the next game and not waste a bunch of time on a game that's going to be a cancel anyway. And then if you do play on, you can also end up in a situation where you can have it both ways. It's like crew win or cancel, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like the imps
Mhm.
can't win anymore, but the crew still potentially could if there's some game glitch. Because they're like, oh, it's going to be a crew win anyway, let's push to the crew win. You get this pressure to like have a crew win. But if there was some glitch and you know the imps win, then the crew's going to be like, oh, there's a glitch, you know, we should get the game cancelled. So it's kind
Yeah.
of problematic. Like it's hard to know what to do in those situations.
Correct. I was gonna mention something similar, but you kind of went in the opposite direction of what I was thinking. I believe cancels should be less frequent.
Mm-hmm.
They should be on more extreme cases.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in the tournament we had in like April, there were no cancels. But most games went on as normal because of that. Like, or there were practically no cancels. I don't
Right.
think were there.
Other than technical ones, there weren't any
Yeah.
cancels.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
few
exactly.
cancels. I think it helps having the imposter server because then you don't get like unmuting
Mhm.
during the round, for example.
Mm.
So-
Yeah,
I
that does
missed the tournament by like 2 days
Oh,
because
no.
I think they glitched out and told me the wrong information.
Well, in case you want to not miss the next big thing happening in Purple, 5UP is going to be playing on Monday in 3 days.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
definitely-
So in case you want to
Have the lobbies?
and or
I feel like-
been
the
picked?
stream.
But I feel like
Lobbies-
my issue with purple.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. If
I-
you want to give your issue.
It's a bit of a minor one. It hasn't happened too much right now, but sometimes there've been a lot of things like say two people like have an argument or a disagreement, or one person screws up in the game, and people like exclude them for it. And there's some people that would like avoid certain people because
they're
of
dodging.
a
Mhm.
few mistakes, and they're just going up and down, and you're just trying to play a game, right? But they're just doing all this random bitches and all this like petty stuff, and I feel like I'm not too sure how they can fix it without saying don't do that, because it still happens anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's always
But
going
yeah.
to be these social dynamics, and they actually like went the other way and said it's okay to talk about who you're dodging now. So
To
Mm.
be fair, I don't think there has been that much dodging in this season. Like I
Yeah.
haven't seen it as much as
Yeah,
last
I haven't
season.
seen it either. That's
for
why I
sure.
said not recently, but last season I
Yeah.
saw it a lot.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
there a lot for sure.
And I
Mhm.
guess it does happen at the end of the season because tension between players rises, and they
Right.
get this like small history with each other, sometimes good, sometimes bad, and the bad interactions cause them to, I guess, try and like avoid, which does like a chain reaction of all this other stuff doing it.
Yeah, I
But
think
like,
there's like it's complicated because sometimes I find myself wanting to dodge people if they are being sort of nasty,
Yeah.
not being very inclusive type of thing. And then there's a different type of dodging for me that's incentivized when people aren't playing well and they don't care. If they're like just playing casually basically, but joining the ranked lobbies because they like the people, then it's kind of like, okay, is this really ranked, or are you just kind of having a fun time? Because like, I want a certain level of play and a certain level of conduct.
Yeah.
And if you miss out on either one, it's kind of like, okay, you get a subpar experience. So yeah.
yeah, it's not even about
Yeah,
like not
I get
having
what you
fun.
mean, especially if you have like one of those players isn't too bad, but let's say you have like maybe three of these like more casual, not care players.
Right.
Like they'd go on camps and forget everything. Like
Yeah.
it can hinder the experience a lot more than just one, which in times it's like not sure if I want to do this lobby. But I feel like what I'm talking about is when it comes down to like, say someone makes like a mistake, right? At the end, like their point of view, they saw something different, and then people flame them for it, and then just dodge just for that. And and sometimes even it's like common ranked players that are usually play quite well.
Right.
But I see what you mean, like especially if you have like a really toxic person, or a few like like NPC people. It can get a bit complicated in that way.
Right.
Okay, then Bottle, how do you plan to handle those situations if you get into a heated argument with someone?
I might
and they lose
have
the
to
game?
I might have to intervene. To be honest, I might have to go demon mode. But
Uh-huh. And how would you
I
go about
won't.
doing that?
I wouldn't want my worst enemy seeing that. So
Demon
I'll
mode.
contain myself.
Let's
Okay.
go.
It's a great way to handle a situation. I don't know. I think it just depends on how you go about it. Like if someone bothers you and you really can't play with them, you can like vocalize it, be rude, and then leave, or you can just, silently leave and keep your thoughts to yourself, and that's still fine, but it's just about how people go about it.
Yeah, but sometimes it gets this atmosphere of like, I guess, exclusion bullying to an extent,
Yep. That
and it
get
can get
nasty.
quite.
Do you think that the inclusiveness and maturity has gotten better or worse on Purple over time?
It's gotten better.
I reckon, yeah.
For sure.
Me too. I do
I
think
reckon
it's
it
improving.
depends on the common people sometimes.
Yep, definitely.
But I feel like yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah,
like
it's-
people
it's
were
on the
a
person.
little bit less toxic during the tournament, and I'm sort of hoping they step up their maturity for the 5-up stuff as well.
But that's both of those things were like heavily moderated though. Like
Yeah,
there's
heavily moderated,
mods
and
in
also it's
things,
high
so-
stakes. It's like we're in the public eye. You sort of want to be on your best behavior, and like
Yeah.
I also think it's okay for people to be having some trash talk and joking around and whatnot if it's like everyone understands it's coming from a place of high trust and you're not going to hurt anyone's
Yeah.
feelings because you're all sort of just friends. But if the
Yeah.
people aren't laughing along with you, if someone's getting bullied or if someone's new to ranked and you just like shit on them,
Yeah.
I think that's where it crosses the line.
Yeah, for sure. It's just about when and where. And who, obviously. No,
So it looks like
it's a lot better
ISU
this
is
season.
available. Very cool. Oh, I don't mean on the dating scene. I mean
Oh? Wait,
for
what?
the 5-up.
I see you're not available, so all this was for nothing.
Oh, I see. I
lied
didn't.
to me?
I didn't play in all of your games just to see it not available, buddy. That's just a bit.
I
So all
can,
of
I've
this
been
was
I've been
cannot
marinating
confirm or
you for all
deny.
this time.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I see.
Interesting.
Wow.
Mm.
Awesome. Well, I see. We've been like super close to an imp win together, as I was just saying in
Yes.
previous interview with Abdu. So we got to make this happen.
I was watching.
Absolutely.
I was watching the stream of you and Abdu. I was watching the VOD back, like seeing you talk about the game with you and me. That was a fun game.
It
I
was
want
a
to
fun game.
have a run it back moment, but
So like,
I haven't played with you in a while.
what are we going to do next imp game? Like, are we going to kill off cooldown? Is one of us going to be first and
be
who's going to be
honest,
second?
I want to do this play. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I feel like my imp teammate's just gonna flame me. You like where you hard accuse your imp teammate, like on 7, let's say, and then you kill in front of the whole crew.
Yep.
Like, and then just admit and be like, oh fuck.
And that
I
way
missed
you
it.
can
And
say
then
that
I'm
you
gonna be
pushed
hard
an
clear.
imp out.
No,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
obviously I'm gonna be hard clear because like there's not imps aren't gonna 50-50 each other, or like you just claim you saw me scan. Like say we have a really long round,
Sure.
like a 5-minute round. There's no sabotages. Everyone's just doing their task. You can just say, "Oh, I see scanned." By the way, I was the only one who saw it because like why would I save it?
Yeah, so that will get us paired.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like a
definitely.
trade-off. Like the sooner you do it in the game, the harder cues the imp, the better the
Yeah.
clear is, but also like the harder it is to clutch.
Do you
Yeah.
think it would be better if they accused you and then next round you get the kill? So it makes you look even more bad. So you know
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
more
This is
correct.
this is exactly
I
what
feel
he's
like that'll be a
suggesting,
bit better.
right? Like,
Oh, I thought you were suggesting he accuses the other guy, he kills.
well, no,
and
no,
then
no,
it's like-
exactly. So Icy accuses Bricknick on 9 or 8 or whatever. Then Bricknick just kills in a terrible way and gets pushed out. And now Icy can say, I led the vote against Bricknick. I'm a hard clear.
Yeah.
And then from then on, Icy has to play really careful and only get stealthy kills. He can't kill in front of anyone
Yeah.
until he gets to 5. Then he has to call Reactor hard accuse after he kills in front of someone else who's sus, and he can push them out and win the game.
Yeah. I feel like another thing
that's
you could do is to utilize imposter chat. I've been meaning to this for a while. Like, let's just say,
There's imposter
uh,
chat.
yeah, there's imposter chat. You type question mark if you're playing imp server, like, and then you type the message, and you can communicate with your teammate in the meetings. Right, but anyway, what I'm saying is like I would get like a stealthy kill, like no one sees me, no one knows where I am. I'm just like unaccounted for, right? And I would go imp chat, be like, yo, can you see someone on a task? And then I'll gaslight someone, be like, yo, Bricknick, I see you on your tree task right now, and I'm like I'm in OT with you. How would I know if you're on the tree task if I'm not in OT with you? And then the body's like in lab or something.
Yep.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that's a good
And
way.
then- and then
Like,
you're
try to
gonna be like,
clear each
"Dude,
other without
yeah."
hard pairing. You could say something like, who is that I see on tree task? I can only just see them out of the corner of my vision. And then I can claim it. Right?
No, I feel like I don't know if that would be that good though, because then they're
That
gonna
sounds
automatically
too
pair you.
parry. Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing.
I
Like,
th-
you don't say my
yeah.
name. You can also
Yeah.
clear me off admin. You could be like, oh, I see a blip in weapons, you know, and I'm like obviously not there. I'm in lab. I've just killed. I'm hiding in an event, and then I can claim.
I feel
the
like it's
blip in
too
weapons.
obvious.
Too parry. Yeah, it's too parry.
Like every time the imposter partner's clearing the teammate off admin, I feel like I can read it a
Yeah.
lot. 'Cause
I see.
the clears will usually point towards it being between like one person, and then like it doesn't feel like it's them. So you have to like think about the clears, think about
Yeah.
why people are getting cleared.
Mm-hmm.
The med baiting you mentioned is exactly what Swift does as the second imp. He really likes clearing his partner off of
Med bay.
admin table.
Yeah.
Yes, admin table. And because of that, I feel like it's a too common strategy to use.
Yeah, what I always do is I always just go into download electrical and think.
I see. Yeah, use that time to plan.
Mm-hmm.
I do that with the storage node. I just stand on the storage node, see if anyone goes Death Valley or top right or top left gas.
You
But
can
I
even
feel like
like
I'm
you
gonna
don't
get
even have to be
messaged.
faking a task. A lot of people just pink ward as crew, so you can pink
Yeah.
ward as imp.
But a strat I almost pulled off was I killed Node outside of lab and quickly vented across while turning lights off.
Yep.
And some other guy was like fixing lights and he pretty much cleared me even though his crew. He's like, oh yeah, bottle was lights with me.
Yep.
And then I went on cams as Kleck was walking out of lab and going down past the body. And you know, I go across report it and wait, was it me who
Wait,
reported? I forgot. I was going
It
across
was
to
me and
report
you.
it.
That was me and
Yeah.
you, isn't it? So remember when you asked
Oh,
if
we
you'd
were
ever
him.
play with me? It
Oh
was me and
yeah,
you.
we had one him together, and then I accused him, and then all these people were like on him. One person even jumped vote, but then Crunch was apparently there as well and said, "Oh no,
Oh,
Clerk didn't get the
yeah.
kill," so he uses invis hacks
When he was
to avoid
invisible
being
on
seen on
cams.
camera.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the
but
only
Yeah.
thing about that kill, like the venting over to lights, is if cam lights are on, you're not going to pull it off.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm usually
but
on at the
luckily
start
it
of the game
wasn't,
with
so I took the play there, and I feel like that's very underused. The cams accuse in ranked play, and
Yep.
people don't expect it. And if Crunch wasn't there, it would have been an easy vote off on him.
Yep.
Not really, but maybe.
They would have
I
so
could clear
got
it up
him.
too, though. That's the thing.
No, you could.
Yeah, I could.
So Jip, what are your favorite imp players?
I don't know. Honestly, you guys talk so much about plays. I don't really have plays. I kind of just kill, hope for the
Classic Jip.
best, and talk my way out of it
I
most of
see.
the time.
Yeah. So you're like your play is mostly weaseling out of the sus in the meeting.
Yeah,
So how do you
but
unsus
not
yourself?
so far. I just talk a lot, or I
Yep.
just don't talk. There was a game a couple of days ago with the Chippy, and Crunch knew it was me, but the crew were just like all talking to each other, and they didn't get enough sus on me, and we got 2 crew voted and 1. So sometimes you just have to let crew just clog over.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
mean, like,
You
Was
didn't
that
shut down.
was that when he caught you on the window, Jip?
No. I got
that was
cleared. I got cleared on cams first for one of the kills that I
That's
made, and
good.
then I was getting sussed for the other one, but I didn't respond to him, and no, I didn't get pushed hard enough, so got away with it.
I mean, when you notice that crew are throwing in the meeting, you can always try a play like keep certain crewmates alive who are likely to clog.
Yeah, for sure.
Or
For
keep
sure.
the newer crew alive and target kill the good crew.
I haven't really been. I don't think I've ever target killed someone. Like I don't understand that. And
You don't understand it, or you just like don't agree with
I'm-
it on principle.
I don't agree with it. I don't. I guess.
I
I
see.
just
So
think
you
it's
feel dirty doing it.
like if anything, I keep them alive because if I win against them, I'd feel better about it than
I see.
winning with them dead.
Got it. So
But,
you try to keep the game hard for yourself.
Yeah, I guess I think it's more fun that way. You can obviously just if there's a new player in the lobby, you can just gaslight them into doing whatever. But I don't know, it's not as fun.
Okay, so then you would probably classify yourself more on the chill side of things rather than sweaty.
Oh no, I'm still sweaty.
I
But,
see. But if you were playing for
He wants to challenge
sweatiness-
himself.
If you were playing for
He's an alpha
sweatiness-
gamer.
Yeah, okay. So you are playing the type of sweaty where you actually throw a bit to make it even harder for yourself.
Okay, well,
No, that's
No.
different.
Okay, but you're
no.
not you're not
She
willing to do
throws
you're not willing to do
unintentional.
whatever.
Okay, shut up.
You're not
She
willing
throws
to do.
it unintentionally.
You're purposely not
Fully
targeting the
unintentional.
good players, Jib.
Huh?
Targeting the good players gives you an advantage, really. Like
Yeah,
if you
so-
Maybe,
kill,
but I just don't do that. I don't-
Exactly. So
I don't get
basically,
it.
you are not willing to do whatever it takes. There are certain things that you
Yeah,
find
fine.
sort of
Fair enough.
despisable, and then you won't do it.
For sure.
Mhm.
I'd rather just play without target killing and doing stuff like that.
Right.
Just,
Yeah. You have a code of conduct. You've got some morals, and that's okay, right? Like everyone has a different moral compass.
Yeah, I don't think it's immoral to target kill, but I don't. If you can only win by target killing,
So
I don't know.
I have my own standards, right? I also don't fake scan as imp, and some people do.
you don't.
No.
I always call scan.
I don't ever claim scan as imp. I don't ever fake scan as imp. And
Mm-hmm.
in some world, I could try to do that, but then you sort of lose trust as crew. So that's the trade-off I make.
True. Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely a thing with me as crew then, because I always claim scan as imp and
Now people
Try to
don't
kill-
trust you if you claim scan
yeah,
as crew.
fully,
Yeah.
fully.
Being both good imp and crew is really hard.
Yeah.
There's so
For
many
some-
one-trick ponies.
yeah. For some reason,
true.
I have this thing when I'm crew. I don't like staying on cams or vitals or admin or switching between vitals admin
Mhm.
for like more than 15 seconds.
Yeah, being useful to the team.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I know it sounds bad, but I just feel like a bit like
dirty. And I know you don't want to
Yeah.
stack, and it makes the game less fun in general, so you try to keep it interesting. I totally understand that. And there are rules that try to encourage play that isn't just admin vitals.
Yeah.
Right? Because we want to like have an actually interesting game.
What do you think about like some people say like the best players are the people that don't stack on vitals and admin? Like, do you
Sure.
think it's more off meta, or
I think
is
that
that
like
more
okay, so we had that
skill-based?
interview with 5UP, and in his lobbies, like Stell lobbies or whatever, they don't stack admin vitals. They play on
Hmm.
0.25 vision, and it's still almost all crew wins, because you get a lot of
Hmm.
information just by seeing who's near you. Like, pay attention to who you've seen. You can clear people who are in front of you if the body's behind you, all that sort of like basic gaming knowledge.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just like remembering what you saw, because like there's a lot going on, and you have to like filter out what is the critical information and what can I ignore. And that's actually not that easy to do, right? Like, it's easy if you're sitting admin vitals, so you can just remember the admin blips. But if you've run into O2 and you saw someone running left and you saw someone running down, you saw someone do a task, you know, you have to remember who those people are and how long you've seen them for and what was the timing of the sabotage and all that stuff.
Do you think, like, a question to all of you is like, let's say they add a new map to Among Us, right?
Yeah.
Will they even do that? Like, what's
Well,
taking them
5UP
so long?
is trying to
Long enough.
work on Submerged for a while now.
Yeah, but let's say, like, you know, it's a good, like, competitively viable map. You know, like, I guess how people put Polus as standard. But do you think they'd ever make a like purple, like the ranked purple would ever make a switch to play it, or do you think too many of the players would be like, learning a new map, all that stuff? You know, they're not ready for that, and they wouldn't want to do that.
People
But, I
already
mean-
complain about even playing like Skeld. Like map rotation was gonna be a thing this season.
Yeah.
Everyone was just against it. Even I'm against it. But
Not
But
every
I
single
feel like
person, just
Skeld
the
is
most
even
people.
harder
Most
for imps
people.
than pull out.
I actually
I
don't
mean,
think so.
currently-
Like, Chippy, for example, brings up a great point that actually Skeld is much more competitive. Like, it's more imp favored than you think because the doors are so good. The doors cannot
is
be
true.
open like 10 seconds, and if you time like one set of doors followed by another set of doors, you can guarantee another kill
But that's also the exact reason people don't want to play Skeld.
because it's
Like
an
the
imp
most
favored.
crew favored map is the most competitive. It is supposed to be hard for the imps.
Yeah, but
True.
I mean, if it's just always a guaranteed crew win, that's a pretty snoozy game as well, right? Like, you want to have it be challenging for crew at the same time.
I feel like one problem with Polus is just medbay, really. Like, I feel like without medbay, a lot of situations. I know it favors imps sometimes, but
What if we
like-
reduce the number of medbay scanners from 3 to 2?
that could be better.
That would change it.
To 0 would be even better.
Well,
I
at
think
least
there needs
like
to be some-
reducing it from 3 to 2 would be a good test.
I think medbay's good. Like at least it
Why?
gives you some sort of stability for hard clears. Like
But it's not
everyone has no
skill based at
info.
all. It's not.
oh yeah, for sure it isn't. It's like vitals or admin. Like it just more information for like one person is definitely hard clear.
But I just feel like it's just a bit cheap and a bit skillless, really. And the fact that imp win rate compared to crew, adding that would add so much more dynamic, I guess. I feel, and more room to play without having to like, you know, we killed 2 people at the start of the game, but we got unlucky, and 3 of the remaining crew left all med
That is
scan.
really annoying. For sure. Maybe reducing it. but
That's
I don't
probably
think
my
it'd be
most
moving it.
controversial take, but yeah, it's just interesting to think
So
about like, how to be.
Crazy controversial.
Yeah, so like back to the question around like would people play a different map?
Yeah.
Of course they would if it's like strictly better than Polus or like becomes really popular. Like it's all just a bandwagon effect. People only play Polus
Yeah, but in
because everyone
ranked.
else plays Polus. Yeah, but I'm getting at that, right? Like the reason people play Polus is because everyone else plays Polus, and so people got used to it, and so it's the default map. It's not actually that much better than like
I
Mirror or Skill.
wouldn't say
If the meta was that everyone played Skeld, then we'd play Skeld. Right now, you can't play Skeld because of the O2 glitch. You can't play Mirror because of O2 glitch, and people have their own like personal takes and all this sort of thing. But mostly, people just sheep. They play what everyone else plays, right?
Yeah.
That's true, but I feel like people started playing Polus because it was the better map. Like all the OG players played on it because it was the better map. It always has been.
True.
Or when I have played. I know
Amongst
I
Gabe
started
didn't.
with
amongst
Scout.
the 3 real maps, right? Like no one plays Airship
Yeah.
because it's more like a
No.
15-player map. And
Airships of
it's not great.
Jeez.
But Submerged might be, better than Polus. And if it is, then, a few people will play it and they'll be
Hopefully.
like, this is competitive. And then, like, you get sort of a bandwagon effect where maybe more people play it. Maybe you have
Yeah,
some
I think you're
tournament.
right because it could, like in another timeline, I think Skeld could definitely have been, the competitive map. I
True.
can't really imagine Mirror HQ for some reason, but
Mirror is
I know
too
what you
hard.
mean.
So Mirror, I
But
think
yeah,
that
the rest.
like initially people were sort of intimidated by door logs, right? There's like, oh, I don't know how to read door logs. It was sort of the meta for a few months.
I love door logs, man.
Yeah. And then
I
like
never
people
understood
realized
them.
some specifics about them, like, oh, if you cross over the same door log too rapidly, it doesn't show up twice, and all sorts of little like nuances and stuff like that came up, and the fact that you can
People
vent
need
everywhere
mirrors
is
events.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think there's some things that are nice about
Mm.
Mirror. The bad thing is the med bay scanner is right there, so the game starts and everyone just runs straight to med bay, and you get back
Yeah.
into the game of stacking, and it's kinda
Yeah.
dumb.
I think for Mirror, it's the venting as imp. Like it's so easy to just go from one side of the map to the other. Like
But then again, with logs, you can easily get people out. They come from up
Mhm.
and they don't come through.
Right, and so
I
you have to
mean-
call comms to clear door logs.
On Mirror, you can be as imp on admin. See this one calf, killing calf, went back. No one can assess you for that. Because you are the one with admin info. You are the one who says who vented and who didn't.
Right. Yeah, I mean you can control the admin info in Polus as well.
I've had a few
Yeah, sure.
situations in Mirror back in the LFG days where someone like would claim that they saw me come down but didn't come up even though I did, and they're like, I'm gonna go check the logs.
Yeah,
Someone
and then
buttoned in
someone
like
calls
15
comms.
seconds, and then
They
they
comms, yeah.
misread it somehow.
Oh, even
or-
better. Yeah, that happens all the time. Like crew throw because they want to be like a god of door logs, and they screw up the read.
Yeah.
Because the little
It's
nuance
funny.
is like if you cross the same sensor too quickly, you double back and then it only shows one blip.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, like, yeah, I think there could be some fun if we fix like the O2 glitches and maybe a new map comes out. Breathe some new life into the game.
When is Submerged coming out, by the way?
We don't know. 5UP says he's working on it, but it can't be released yet, and he can't talk about why. So I'm guessing there's some technical or non-technical reason. So we'll probably hear more when he comes and plays in purple on
interesting.
Monday. So yeah,
I don't think I'll play any other map honestly.
I guess we'll see.
Wait, 5UP created Among Us?
No, he's
He
he's
did.
working with the
yeah.
developer to make the submerged map.
He
Oh.
made Among Us.
Among Us was
That
made
is
by
correct.
Inner Sloth.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
That's
crazy.
another name for 5UP, by the way.
Yeah, that's another name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
creator. I'm the
For sure,
CEO
for
of
sure.
Among Us.
Good times, good times. Yeah. Alright.
Berkenek, you interview everyone. Why don't you get someone to interview you?
I mean,
Oh.
that was suggested by Klek, and then he just started asking me random questions in Hangout one time.
Uh-huh.
I think he didn't really have an agenda in mind, and that's fine. If someone wants to interview me, I'm totally.
What are
happy
your
to do
credit card details?
that. Exactly right.
I mean, I've heard some rumors about your interviews and stuff, how you like stack financially and other stuff.
What?
How's that?
financially? What do you mean?
What? My
What are
theory
you
is he's trying to get
saying?
everyone's strats to metagame them.
I
Be
see.
the ultimate.
Ah,
I mean,
okay.
like I
A good
meta
conspiracy.
myself by just uploading all my imp wins, so you can easily.
That
Pretty
is
much,
true.
yeah.
My meta. If you care. I mean, like, it's not like I'm a goated player or anything. You can probably ignore me for the most part. I've had 0 imp wins this season. They just all get
You barely
cancelled.
played.
Yeah. I haven't had that much time to play, and like the interviews.
I've
and
been
stuff take time.
I had some close ones, but I've had some unfortunate situations. I got a bit unlucky sometimes.
Yeah, and that happens. I mean, if you're already only expected to win 10% of the time, and you're only going to get imp, what, like 20% of your games,
Yeah.
you have to play a lot of games to get an imp win and then not have it be cancelled. And with this whole like crew win or cancel mentality, You know,
Yeah.
it's a real
Yeah,
uphill battle
definitely.
to get an imp win.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Definitely.
Yeah.
It feels really good though, doesn't it?
It does feel good.
What
You
the-
know, you get a rush, and like the harder it is to get one, the better it feels when it does happen. You get all excited when it's like an imp win is coming. You know, like 2 crew in a 50-50. Like, oh, this is good times. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have much else. Kind of winding down like my interview bandwidth here.
Yeah. Thanks for the interview opportunity,
Yeah,
man.
thanks for having
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to
Chip,
like.
you're not meant to be here, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Bolo, for inviting us.
Thank you, Bottle. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you,
sorry
thank you.
about them
I love
being
you,
this
Bottle.
silly brick, but
No, this was a great call. I think we learned a lot about each other, learned a lot about like Purple
Sweet.
and the scene and like what it takes to enjoy this community going forward. So thank you all for your
have you
time.
interviewed Maniac yet? Question.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was the first one.
You can
one
look
of
at
the first
the
ones.
YouTube videos. I'm pretty sure the thumbnail for that one is like a picture of a microphone because I tried to convince him to get a better microphone. I think he actually did get one. So
Did
the
he?
objective
So
was
what
achieved.
happened there? What happened there with the better microphone was he was playing at his cousin's place.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why he had a better microphone. Now he's just back to
Oh,
whatever
is he? He's
before.
regressed. He's
Yep,
slipping.
yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I offered
He's
to
gone
buy him
back.
a new microphone and he didn't want to take me up on
Everyone
it.
No,
has.
everyone has.
Everyone
It's
He
like
doesn't
part of
accept
his
it.
identity.
I haven't. I actually am the only one that suggests him to keep
It's like he
his
gets pleasure
microphone.
from the
I
bad
see.
mic.
He claims
get
that he has
pleasure
a
from
good
it.
microphone on his PC, but he just doesn't always play on his PC. So I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah. I don't know what he plays on.
I
On
guess
his
we'll
phone?
see. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe like a laptop he was saying or something like that. I don't know.
Mm.
Guess we'll see. Hopefully he fixes his stuff. But yeah, why do you ask about
Hopefully.
Maniac specifically?
Just
Bottle
'cause
and Maniac are just
he's a
close
legend.
friends, that's
Legend.
They're
Yeah.
best friends.
Love it. Well, go check out the
Yeah.
interview, you know. You might
Yeah, sure.
see some fun
I'm on it
insights.
right now.
GG's. Alright.
Rude Blue Aussie legend. But thanks for
Appreciate
the interview again, man.
Good
Thank you
chat.
for having
Yeah,
me.
no
Catch
worries.
Catch you guys around.
Thank
Oh,
you
by
for
the way,
having us.
yeah. Do you have any favorite streamer that you want to raid? We've got 7 viewers.
Crunch_F right now. This second.
Crunch underscore F.
He's my
He's my favorite streamer
He's
as
the
well.
love of my life.
Is he actually streaming
He's
right
my
now?
streamer.
He's streaming currently. He's the love of my life. Please rate him.
Let me try to find his Crunch_F.
He's
Correct.
streaming Among Us right now.
Correct.
Okay, I gotta follow him first. Very cool. And then let me go ahead and raid.
Jump higher
Appreciate it.
or run the
You
whole
bet,
thing.
you bet.
What if we could be who we're meant to be? And become
Alright, see you, man.
See you,
Thanks for
Bottle.
the.
Thanks for your
Cool.
time. Take it easy.
This is the moment it all starts.
But only if we get the chance to have it.
Okay, we're gonna raid Crunch.
Hey yo, Bricknick. Bottle. Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sheesh. What's good, do you think?